How are you today? I am doing well. Yesterday we had a great day. I think we spent a lot of the day not only down here, and I did some fishing, and Carol came down here and did some reading of her books, and my sister brought up a 1,000-piece Harry Potter puzzle that we spent quite a few hours dealing with. And there's a lot of like similar, let's check this because it looks like it's pointing down a bit too much. There we go. I'm using the GoPro with a big poofy microphone on it. Let me show you before I continue my story. So that's what I am looking at right now. I'm not sure if we talked about this before, but this big poofy thing, when you first put it on, a lot of people put it on just this piece attached to this piece, and then the top of the camera sees all this fur in the shot. And but in the last couple videos, if you're walking with it and the tripod, this thing would bounce, and every once in a while you'd still see it with the gap that I put in there. So I actually put this one more thing in there, and that is definitely stopping it from being seen. It's got to be up really high to not see it. But yeah, a little behind the scenes. So like I say, we're putting that puzzle together, and you like to do the edges first, and I put most of the edge along one side done. Like I got all the straight pieces, started putting them out, laying them out, and then I got to a point where I like to separate the pieces. There's like usually the piece with the two knobs on the end, and there's the piece with the two cutouts on the ends. So I separate them into two piles, and then if that one piece is a male piece, then I look at all the female pieces and I put them on, just try every single one of them to see which one fits. And not one of them fit. I'm like, something's seriously wrong with this puzzle. And it turned out, so my sister started building it at home, or putting it together at home, and there's two big birds coming. Oh, they're just like seagulls, but they're very dark. A squirrel moment, sorry. So she has this big piece of fabric that she's building it on. That way she can roll it up when she doesn't want to work on it anymore, and then unroll it and start working on it again. So in the transportation of this mat, she dropped out a few pieces. So we found two of the pieces on the driveway up here at the cottage, and that completed the one side, but we're still missing one piece on the other side. And again, she's rolled it up a few times and worked on it, and so it's possible that the last piece on the one side is in her den at home, because that was the last time she said she worked on it. And or there's another piece on the driveway somewhere. So lesson learned: when you roll up your puzzle, or if you're working on a puzzle, don't move it from location to location lots without expecting it to get lost or losing pieces. So be careful with your puzzles. Yeah, I fished yesterday. I caught a remote control boat that had a fishing line on it, a hook, and a big worm. Look what I caught. Unbelievable. I caught a boat. So I'm thinking that somebody, it's a fishing boat. Somebody was using a remote control boat to fish with. And they had a worm on there, fake worm. So far today, we've caught a bass boat. It's even got the trolling motor on the front. That's hilarious.
That's a big worm, unless it's just saturated. Big hook. Didn't think I'd catch a boat today.
So I caught that over there. Actually, I didn't catch that. I saw the bobber sitting, I guess when I was fishing, I was fishing into the weeds, and when I pulled on some of the weeds, it released a bobber, because the bobber wasn't there earlier. So it came up to the top, and it was moving like there was a fish there, and it's like still attached to the bobber. Some fishermen will catch a fish and the line breaks, and then this fish now has a line and a bobber attached to it, and you can see them swimming along. It happens once in a while, right? So that's what I thought it was. So I got the boat really close, grabbed the bobber, pulled it up, and I'm like, what is this? And I'm pulling and pulling. It was just like a large remote control boat that somebody, I guess it sunk. I don't know what would have happened. So I guess that's the only thing that could have happened. Or if a big fish did grab it, pulled it underwater, it'd have to be a really big fish to pull that thing underwater. But I don't know, something happened. So that was the thing I caught yesterday. I was trying out the new jigs, but had no luck. And again, I don't have a fish finder, and I'm just kind of guessing as to where the fish are, and which is, old time fishing. You just got to go with your instinct. Do I think fish are over there, or do I think fish are over there? They always say never go to the other side of the lake to go fishing, because the fish are everywhere. They should be. And again, if they're hungry, they're hungry. If they're not, they're not. And I've seen underwater video footage of people fishing, and the lure going right past the fish, and the fish just looks at it, not interested. But then you put it on the surface, and they go for it. So that's fishing. Last night for dinner, my mom made a Hungarian dish called Paprikás Krumpli, and it's like cut up kielbasa and potatoes and onions, and it's kind of like a stew, and it is fantastic. And I haven't had that in a very long time, so thanks to my mom for making that. I did bring up a couple steaks. I did bring up some ground beef, so I'll probably whip that up today for probably a late lunch, early dinner. And again, just keep drinking my coffee. Well, I have my 2 coffees in the morning. This is my second one. And then later on today, I'll have my club soda. I had beers yesterday, so but I'm out of beer now, so that's fine. That's perfect. Don't want any beer today. So an update on the knee. Let's say when we were climbing, my knee was a pain number 10. It was pretty sore, but now it's probably like a 1. So yesterday when I walked down here a few times, I kind of hobbled down. I'd have to, you get to a step, and then you kind of like step down with your left foot kind of protect the right knee. And today I just walked down, so my knee is getting so much better, and so I'm happy about that. My doctor did mention arthritis. That's why he wants to do a x-ray first. So, and a few of you guys, I think, mentioned arthritis as well. That's possible. I'm 57 years old, and I'm hoping it's not. Again, the whole intermittent fasting is supposed to help with inflammation and arthritis. So I guess we'll just keep going down that road. Again, I don't eat on normal days, just to give you guys a heads up to people who are new maybe, or just giving you guys an update. I still do intermittent fasting. I don't eat breakfast. Usually I don't eat breakfast. I don't eat lunch, and I usually eat one large meal at dinner time every single day. That's my normal routine. Sometimes at around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 1 or 2, I'll have like 4 eggs and a couple slices of bacon, maybe 3 slices of bacon. And that will be my lunch, and then that will get me all the way to dinner time, and then I'll have something a little more substantial. And I got to get back into my salads eventually, but I'm just trying to just experiment, have fun, and try to stay as healthy as possible. Somebody also mentioned that just because you're losing weight doesn't mean you're going to be healthier, but and I get that. I totally understand, and I'm not doing what I'm doing for the rest of my life. I'm doing what I'm doing. So I'm doing the intermittent fasting. I can totally see me doing like the 20-hour fasting for the rest of my life, because I just don't want to eat breakfast. I just don't want to eat lunch, and I look forward to dinner, and that's probably going to be my schedule for the rest of my life. I'll definitely be eating a good balanced diet for my dinners. I'll start off with a nice big salad, and then have protein and fat, and then maybe like a little bit of chocolate for dessert. So you always need your little bit of dessert. And again, I watched a few people talking about, it does matter in the order in which you eat stuff. If you start your dinner off with a nice big chunk of bread, then your blood sugar will spike. So eat your bread last, or while you're eating the protein, I guess. But you're supposed to get certain stuff into your stomach first, and that slows down the carbohydrates turning into sugar very fast. You just don't want the spike, apparently. So yeah, again, let's keep this conversation going for those of you who are either thinking about intermittent fasting or diet and all that stuff. I'm really not into calorie counting, and I'm just not that type of person. But as long as you eat over 1,200 calories a day, you're supposed to be good. So I think I am. There's probably been a few days where I ate less than 12, which is not good. You gotta either you do intermittent fasting or a long-term fasting, but when you tease your body with less than 1,200 calories a day, that's when it gets all messed up, apparently. So probably for the rest of the day, we'll be either sitting down here and enjoying the beautiful weather we're having. 3 days of this is amazing, but we'll probably try and get more of that puzzle done as well. I think my sister's leaving today. We're staying up till tomorrow morning. And then when I get home, I got to go pick up some stuff from Carl. Some more drives, because I'm looking for old footage for the opener and the ending credits. And I got to get all that done for him this week. I think the next time I'm editing with him is in November. So he's busy all of October. And then possibly Tuesday morning, I'm going to have to get up really early and go to the X-ray place, because it's first come first serve. They open at 8:30. I called them on Friday, and she's like, for some reason they have a ton of people coming in for X-rays, walk-ins. They only accept walk-ins. They don't do scheduling. And she said they're already booked up for the day on Friday. So she's like, come first thing in the morning and you'll probably get in no problem. But if you come anytime in the afternoon, chances are they're already booked up with other people that have come in earlier than you. So that's going to be my schedule. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I hope you have a great Sunday. And we'll see you guys in the next vlog. Talk to you guys later. Ciao. I really appreciate you guys watching these videos, by the way. I love the conversations we're having. Cheers.